Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today, well, I'm joining her, but she's joining us here on Talking Fitchburg. It is Aryn DeGrave. Aryn, welcome back to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Well, I'm doing good because today we're going to be talking about National Diabetes Month, and you're not poking me today. So
correct.
That's number one. Number two, you have some fun ideas here because it's weird. Maybe it's times out this way, but National Diabetes Month being during the start of the holiday season. I mean, we got to find some ways of having good holiday season, but still staying up, if you are diabetic, staying up on that A1C, keeping those blood sugars controlled and everything else in between. So we got some ideas, we got some snack ideas, we got some ways to measure it all. We got to get going. So first and foremost, just looking at the month as a whole, why is it important to talk about diabetes?
Sure. So it's National Diabetes Month. So this is a great time to really focus on your diabetes, and whether it's that you have it and you're managing it, or you're trying to prevent it because you know it's in your family history, or your doctor has told you that your numbers are creeping up.
Yeah. Everybody's pre-diabetic, by the way. I'm just going to throw that out there. That's the way I've always lived, so that's not probably a good thing. But anyway, besides that, what we're going to talk about is some of those things to control during the holiday season first. So
exactly.
This idea is kind of strange, and I'm willing to try this only once today. But you say here to control during the meal is to start with this vinegar dealio here. Tell us what we're going to do.
So you want to start with vinegar before your meal because the acetic acid will actually help to slow the absorption of starch in the body, and then also helps to turn that sugar into glycogen stores in the body instead of putting all of that blood sugar right into the bloodstream. So it actually can be beneficial to drink or consume vinegar before your meals.
But be controlled. We're not talking about just downing the vinegar.
Yes, please
I wouldn't
don't.
do that.
That would burn your esophagus, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
So just take one little teaspoon and put it right into your water, and it can be any type of vinegar. This one we're just using white distilled, but you can use apple cider vinegar. We'll add a little bit lemon to give you some flavor. You can squeeze a whole lemon in there.
Not
we
too
just
much.
have the added sauce right now. And then also some cinnamon. The cinnamon will help give it some flavor as well. And cinnamon has a lot of great benefits to it, so why not?
Why not?
So why not?
Yeah, right.
So you can mix that up and drink that before your meal. If you're like, ooh, that freaks me out a little bit, I don't know if I want to do that right now, that's fine. You can add some vinegar to, let's say, a dressing over some vegetables.
So what I
salad.
suggested her, I said, I love Italian dressing. Would that work? She said, well, you can't drink that straight up, but you can put that on your.
You can do it on the salad. I even recommend just some red wine vinegar and a little oil with a little salt and pepper on top. So very basic, but very tasty.
We'll save the drinking to the end. Let's talk about eating vegetables first. So we've got the drink settled. Let's talk about what we could load up on to help control ourselves.
Right. The way we eat our food at meal times can actually help to regulate our blood sugar. So starting with vegetables first, going to protein, then carbohydrates in that meal. So doing your carbs last can actually help you all around in your meal. So starting with your vegetables, you're adding fiber. So that fiber will actually help to slow the absorption of blood sugar. So instead of giving you a massive spike, you have a little bit more stabilized spike.
So veggies first, everybody. I know it's the holiday season. We love all those other carbs and everything else, but you can double up on the veggies and make it work in your favor to control those diabetes. Also, we get to the dessert time, and I'm like, yes, but no, but yes. What can we do to help slow ourselves from screwing up that sugar?
Sure. So like I said, we're doing our vegetables first, then our protein, and then our other starchy carbs. So whether it's bread, your starchy vegetables like your mashed potato, or your dessert too. So make sure it's with your meal instead of completely separate. Then you can enjoy your dessert and not have to feel necessarily guilty for it. And then go for a walk. So find some movement after your meal as we exercise, or at least take a walk, move our body. after meal times, it can help slow and delay that massive spike in blood sugar.
Guess what? You have a cell phone, you have some type of device. It's easy to still listen to the game while you're walking during this holiday season. So there's no excuse to just go sit on the couch after you have a big meal and let it sit there and digest. No, get up and move. And you don't have to move for long, I've heard. It's like 20-minute walk right after you eat. You're getting things going.
Exactly. And hey, if you want to still watch the game and move, do some jumping jacks.
Well, you can do those if somebody would score some touchdowns, but that's in a different scenario. But certainly getting active, certainly a big part of this.
Yeah.
Transitioning now to the snack side of things. So my favorite part, of course, snacks can be difficult for controlling diabetes, but there are a lot of products and a lot of things that you can do that probably will surprise you here on good snacks.
Right, exactly. So it's good to have snacks on hand that are good to manage your blood sugar control and reduce those extra spikes throughout the day. So if you instead of missing a meal, make sure you're grabbing a nutritious snack. So I have a couple different options in front of us today. Our Perfect bars, loaded with some amazing superfoods and great ingredients. These will have some really good protein in them.
Love that protein.
You bet. And they're refrigerated as well. So you know that those ingredients are nice and fresh. There's less preservatives. We're using the real foods. Along with that, we also have our Catalina Crunch Snack Mix. Again, some high protein, high fiber, low carbohydrate options. That added fiber is going to be helpful for slowing that digestion. And lastly, our Blue Diamond almonds. So lots of great flavors that they have. You can even do just the plain, nice and roasted, or some delicious flavors.
Like
the honey roasted. There's a smoky one. We got blueberry almonds.
You never heard of that, but whatever floats your boat.
And our holiday ones will be coming out soon.
What?
Yep, so there's always some great holiday flavors. But again, you have protein, you have fiber, you have flavor. Great items to snack on.
All right, and the other part of this is measuring, and for some folks, they don't want to be pricked every day. They need ways of measuring it like by the hour, essentially. And kind of cool here, you may have seen some of these devices where they're actually affixed to the arm.
Right.
And all you got to do is scan the arm, or it just goes right to your cell phone and tells you what's going on.
Exactly. So Dexcom has a device that tracks your blood sugar and how you're doing throughout the day. That is great for someone that needs that constant measurement of their blood sugar. But if you don't necessarily have diabetes, or it's not that bad and you're not at that level yet, that's okay. We have free A1C screening going on at Hy-Vee in November.
And A1C is the measure of?
It's the measure of your blood sugar control over the last 2 to 3 months.
She didn't know I was going to ask that, so yeah, there you go. Well, all great information. We want you to take care of yourself the month of November, but all the time. I mean, that's why we come to you to get these great ideas. But if you want to learn more about the free A1C testing, let me say that twice there, how can they find you?
They can go to Hy-Vee.com/health or stop by any of our 3 stores in the Madison area and ask for my contact and get signed up for that free A1C screening. We also have a great local partner, and that's the local Lions Clubs of Madison. So it's the full district. So they are really supportive in getting diabetes education and information out to our community.
Yeah, don't have to be scared about having diabetes, living with it. It's about controlling it, keeping up with it, and we've got some good ideas here that I think will help change that.
Exactly.
So bottoms up to vinegar and water, and Aryn, thank you as always for an interesting segment.